you're a Leo born July 23rd to August 22nd, what can you expect for the month of June 2018? Let's tune in and find out. So initially, entering June, there may be a little of confusion, a little bit of, almost like groping in the dark. What do I want? What do I don't want? For some of you, there may be some new relationships on the horizon, somebody new that you've just met that you're really interested in, and that you're, fingers crossed, hoping something's good here. For some of you, it may feel like it falls flat, like it's almost like the hype was worked up in your head, and then when you finally met them, not as great, a little bit like let down, like, oh. And for some of you, I feel like there is a real streamlining, like a finding that, wow, we want the same things, so maybe we shift the relationship from boyfriend-girlfriend to best friends, right? Or from boyfriend-girlfriend to just, buddies, right? So there may be some shifting going on with the people in your life. There may also be, at the end of the month, people coming back into your life, relationships that you had years ago, coming back in for a visit. Doesn't mean they'll stay, doesn't mean that it's going to be a thing. It may just be like a reconnection. And for some of you, it may turn into something more. But it just feels like there's this reconnecting with someone or people from your past, which might happen. Technically, that usually happens. We have Mars going retrograde June 26th to August 27th for those 2 months. And that's the planet of communication, but also retrogrades tend to pull people back into our life, especially if there's unfinished communication. So if there's maybe a relationship that broke up and didn't end so well, or there's still kind of a love that's being professed, and there may be some closure around that, coming back in and being able to close the loop on that, so you both are free to move on. So it may be something like that, or it may be where you both go, oh wow, we didn't finish this and now we want to. So it can go either way, but there's just this energy opportunity that shows up at the end of June for love and romance for you Leos of completion. Okay, and then let's look for those of you that are single and not single. Well, sorry. Let's try that again. For those of you that are in a coupled relationship, you Leos, what does June have in store for you? So let's see about that. So I feel like there's, you're going to really find your voice this month, and really what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And I see you don't have any problem speaking up and say, I don't like it when you do this, or when you say that, I feel blah, 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 right? So I feel like there is some really strong clarity and conversations around what's working for you and what's not. And I also feel like the partner is like, oh, didn't know that, taking it in. So there's a really clear, direct line, doesn't feel harsh, doesn't feel bad, of communication that's really open for you. And I do see that helps and supports the relationship. And I also feel that you have more tenderness when you say it. So there's more of a kindness coming from you when it's said, as opposed to an attacking energy. So that may make a difference too. It's easier for you to communicate and to be able to get your needs met. So I definitely feel like the energy between the two of you, any little things that you bump, that you hit in the road, I do feel like they can be smoothed out faster. I don't feel like you don't have to have any big blow-ups. Okay, feels like there's going to be some money that's coming into the relationship, either from your partner or from yourself, that's going to make things a little bit better. So there's some found money that comes in, or money set aside for vacation or a trip or to get engaged. So definitely feel like there's money for the relationship to do what you want to do and to do it together. So I do like that energy, and I do like the opportunity that you have to be able to, might even be, money to move in together, or to buy that next house, or for the baby, or for the fertility treatments that you need, which, by the way, they say that the Mars has to do with sperm. So if you were going to use astrology, and you were doing in vitro, you'd want to either do it in early June or wait until September. It wouldn't be best this summer, just because of the retrograde energy, and it slows things down, and so it may have an effect. Now, If you're somebody who can totally override, which is we're all supposed to be able to do, then you can find ways to minimize it, find your best days, find new moon energy and things like that that will help you override the Mars retrograde. Okay, so now those of you that are coupled, let's see, we did couples, those of you that are single, let's look and see what the universe has in store for you for this month. Okay, so for Leos for June. Okay, we're going back into that confusing energy again, right? This is how I started with the message for the singles. There could be some confusion around your partner, confusion around what you want moving forward in terms of relationship. So initially there may be some confusion that happens for you, and then I feel like it immediately gets cleared up. And then you may see like, oh, it's not what I want. So there's some very clear information about what you don't want in relationship this month and what you do want. So some of you may be moving forward doing a lot of dating, and it feels like speed dating, like boom, 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 like doing a lot of speed dating, and then you find that gem. For other ones, I just feel like there's immediate recognition and understanding this isn't the one. Now, if you slow down and really assess what you do want, I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to get it. So in other words, don't settle, okay? Like Leos, I know a lot of you have been alone for a while and wanting love. And there's somebody that's coming in that really is into you and really wants you. But they may not be that great for you. You may like, oh God, they love me so much and I really love being in love, but I'm not quite feeling it. Honor that, okay? Because there is somebody better right behind them, okay? I mean like right behind them. So if you find yourself confused this first week of June and you're meeting and somebody's totally into you and you're like, not, honor your knowing about it, cut them loose. There is somebody right behind you. Don't be in relationship for sake of being in relationship. Even though you've been lonely and you've wanted this for a while, because there is somebody better behind them if this person isn't the one, all right? And if you are with the right one, then you don't even have to worry about it. Then you're right with the right one, right? But for those of you that are feeling like all of a sudden the dust clears and you're like, no, that's not what I want, you know, no, you know, I don't care how much they're into me, this isn't gonna work. Honor that because there's somebody better behind it. Okay, now, a lot of time on relationships. Now let's move to money and career for you Leos. You want to be careful. There may be something career-wise that you could get a little cocky about, that you could end up ultimately blowing up that you really didn't mean to blow up. So is this blowing up in a negative or blowing up like big, like out in the world? Feel like it could go either way. I feel like you could either, boom, blow it up, sabotage it, and, you know, boom, you're out of there, or blow yourself, boom, like I'm a star. I'm it. I'm the name everybody's talking about. I've got the face. I've got everything. So there's this projection. Okay. So there's a projection that you can have beginning like it feels like the first week in June, like around June 6th or so, that really thrusts you into the spotlight. Now, this can be pretty much, you guys can write your own ticket in your career, but this energy doesn't come around every day. So you really want to take advantage of it. So even though you're looking for love, so many of you are looking for love, don't overlook the career opportunities that are coming up, because these career opportunities don't come around, you know, all the time to this degree. So, and I know some of you are going, well, what about my love? Well, if they love you today, they're going to love you tomorrow. So it's kind of like this golden opportunity for your career. You want to make sure that you take it. Because I do feel like there's this danger of you not paying attention because you're over here looking at your love life and not paying attention to your career. And I feel like that you could blow some things up in your career in a bad way if your focus isn't on your career. So the bottom line is this: pay attention to your career and the love life will blend in with it, okay? So the focus goes to the career and then the love life is gonna blend in with it, not the other way around. My concern is if you're focused on the love life, the career is gonna blow up and not in a good way. So that's what's coming in, especially early in June. As we go further into June, then it does feel like there's more money, there's more opportunity, you're on a roll, things are happening and things are good for you. As far as money goes, there may be some things that you have to put out for that you haven't put out for a while. So it could be things like, oh, okay, maybe your car insurance is every 3 months, or maybe you have annual, maybe you pay late with your taxes, but it feels like there could be some big outlay more than you normally have to do. So there could be some extra money going out this month as opposed to what's coming in. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like it's something expected. It doesn't feel unexpected to me. It feels like something you may have planned for. So just know that that's showing up. Let's look at your health for you Leos. Some of you, I feel a little bit of sciatica pain or back pain. That could be the financial pressure or just your pressure on yourself, even hormonally for some of you. Maybe I'm feeling that pressure. I want to get pregnant. I want to have babies. I want to move in that direction. And it could be just hungry for relationship and hungry for children, hungry for family. That clock is ticking. I wish I would meet the right person, that kind of energy. For some of you, that could show up in the form of loss or grief. It could make an imbalance with your periods. It could make sciatica, financial pressure or emotional pressure that you're putting on yourself. So the bottom line is that you're a little more sensitive than you normally are, or you're carrying emotions that you normally are able to easily disperse. So, and that could be too because Cancer has more of an influence on us this month. I think it's more in middle of the month, like June 12th or something on. So you may be a little bit more affected by Cancer, the Cancerian energy that's a little more sensitive that you may be embodying. So all there is to do with this is handle your shit. If you're emotional, talk about it. If you're angry, let it go. Don't bury things. If you bury things and ignore them, then that's when they start to crop up in the body. So you're just being guided to handle things that come up as they do, and then things will be normalized in your system. Okay, so anything else for Leos for this month? Yeah, some of you may have some surprise opportunities. Some of you may have some people that you weren't aware that you pissed off, and so there may be some surprise attacks towards you. All there is to do is kind of like, push it away, apologize, ask him what's going on, right? Direct it head on, but in a very calm way. So there's some surprise energy coming at you. Some of you may have surprise money and surprise travel as well. So a lot of surprises, some not so good, or one maybe not so good, where you may have stepped on somebody's toes and they let you know about it right away. But I feel like just being tactful and patient will be able to diffuse it right away. But there's also some fun travel and fun surprise money for the month too. I've got some hand pain happening. A lot of that has to do with not being able to help yourself, or you want something and it's not in your control. So maybe you want a raise and it's not up to you, that your superior has to sign off on it. Or maybe you want vacation time and they have to come back and say, okay, you've gotten it, right? So they feel like there's something that you're wanting that's out of your control and it's showing up in your hands. So just like I said, handle the emotions. If you want to write things down and then write it in a letter and then burn it, sometimes that helps to release the energy. Water always breaks energy. Showering, bathing, washing the hands always breaks energy too. So just know that you're a little more susceptible to energy this month, Leos, which is really interesting. At least I find it interesting. And just know that you can break it just by bringing awareness to it and go, oh, okay, I'm done. All right, have an amazing month, Leo. There's a lot of energy here and a lot of powerful energy, especially around your career. So I really want you to use this energy for your career because it's so big. And the relationship is happening underneath the surface too. So you can have both. You can have love and money, but if you put too much focus on the love, you're not going to be able to get the money. So the energy goes to the money, the love is just going to happen and follow. All right, have an amazing month, Leos. I hope you like my intuitive astrology. If you do, please click like, share it with your friends, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.